My name is Gbadebo Rhodes-Vivour. I'm the Labour Party governorship candidate for Lagos State. I'm an architect by profession, a politician by passion. I was the senatorial candidate in 2019 for Lagos West, the largest senatorial district in Nigeria by population. I believe that not only the young people, but people that mean well for Nigeria, that mean well for Lagos, need to get involved in politics so we can enthrone servant leadership in our system to move Nigeria and Lagos forward. And that's why I'm in politics. So the journey started before COA. It was like a 3-year journey about activism against genetic modified foods that the government was trying to force down the throats of Nigerians at the time. A lot of people were not aware of the deficiencies of the technology, which is genetic modified foods technology, or its introduction into our agriculture system and the effect it will have. So a climax in being part of leaders that led a 2,000-man march on the Senate. And in the way the senators approached us without any empathy for the people or understanding how they need to position Nigeria and protect its interest, right? I felt that we need more people that have a love and an empathy for people to be at the helm of affairs, making policy and determining the destinies of over 200 million Nigerians. And that's why I came back to Lagos. I joined the COA party, contested for local government chairman. From there, I joined the PDP, learned the ropes, built structures, contested for Senate, had the largest opposition votes in Lagos State in that election in the party in Lagos State. And then also build structure across the state to contest as a gubernatorial aspirant in the PDP. Made agreements were reneged on, and I joined Labour Party and started that whole process all over again. And thankfully to God, we were able to win a very tightly contested primary where 9 people determined victory, right? And so far so good. It's a very simple thing. Myself, the eventual flag bearer, Dakova, were the last people that were about to go into the hall to contest. People had already withdrawn because of certain things that happened before that process happened, before the elections were about to commence. And leaders in the party felt that a ticket that had me and the eventual flag bearer on it would be fantastic, it would be unbeatable. And they also felt that because I'm younger, I should take the deputy position and then in 8 years' time run for governor. And it was not something I was particularly excited about, but you know, the leaders, what they see sitting down, you cannot see on a skyscraper. And you know, if that went well, maybe it truly would have been an unbeatable ticket if 2 people could work together. But you know, I was called before I stepped in and I was told that this is what they would like to do, right? And you know, as an Omolabi, I accepted, because at the end of the day, the party is not just one person's ambition, it's about carrying a number of people along, right? So I said, okay, no problem. And I withdrew. That was the sole reason I withdrew. And then later on, the flag bearer decided I wanted to go with somebody else, which is fine, that's his prerogative, but there are consequences to things like that. I'm not going to sit down and just take that kind of thing when I've spent so many years building structures and whatever else. I swear when I knew what was waiting for me in that primary venue that a lot of people till today don't know, which was why I was so confident wanting to go in there. But it has passed. God has a way of doing things. I'm in Labour Party now, I'm a governorship candidate, and I'm very happy to be here. For me, to be honest, I've always felt that it is wrong for presidency to go back to the north. I think we've had 8 years of a northern Muslim leading us, and it has been one of the most divisive 8 years. Our country has literally gone into pieces, right? And even when I was PDP, I was saying this. Yes, I was, you know, party structure, everything, campaigning and all of that. Yes, I mean, but I always told them, and they know, I said it, that, you know, it is wrong for us to pretend as if we did not experience 8 years of Buhari now, or the PDP was in a time capsule and Nigeria did not experience 8 years of because in a multi-plural, multicultural society, you need for everybody to have a sense of belonging. So that was one of the first reasons. The second reason is I admire the type of politics Peter Obi, His Excellency Peter Obi, embodies. A politics of empathy, a politics of the people, a politics of tapping into, you know, a middle class, not middle class by how much you earn, but middle class based on your knowledge, your values, the things that are important to you, the people that know about policy and what they want to do to change it, you know. And it's rare for you to find politicians that are coming and talking about data and statistics, not just cracking jokes and dancing and talking about the money they have or the boys that they have or how they are going to share money, you know. And that's the kind of politics I believe will move Nigeria forward. So that also attracted me to Labour Party. I also like the party in itself, right? Yes, they were not necessarily prepared for this amount of attention, but they're trying their best, right? They're trying their best. And I mean, like every other party, you know, it will get bigger, it will grow, it will get bigger, it will go. The important thing is we are willing to work together. We are the party that people have embraced and adopted as the party that's going to bring deliverance and servant leadership to Nigeria. So I'm very excited about it. I'm very shocked when people say I have affiliation to APC. You talked about my political journey, COA party, PDP, Labour Party. These are all anti-APC. The movement, you can say I've moved parties, but they are all anti-APC, which is the ruling party. If you are talking about affiliation, you are talking about my family being a Lagos family with history that goes back 200 plus years, producing the second judge ever in Nigeria, you know, being very established in Lagos. But that does not mean that I'm playing my politics with the APC or any funny business like that. I've never collected a contract from the state government personally. As an architect, maybe I've had clients that might have worked with the APC, but that's as far as it goes. My family is very close to Funshaw Williams, you know, so that is something that I still hold very dear, especially what happened to him. And the honest truth is that everything that I do not like about how Lagos State is being governed, right, is the responsibility of the APC. The consciousness that created a problem can never be the same consciousness that will solve that problem. So me joining the APC is redundant, because there is a consciousness. What we are complaining about is good governance to some people, because they are benefiting from it. So I cannot in all good conscience now join them or work with them or work in their interest. And you know, you see, there's a time and season for everything. So this goes to your second question. There's a time and season for everything. Even the biggest lion eventually falls, right? And politics about engagement. So when people say you have stronghold, less than 16% of registered voters in Lagos State are coming out to vote. Of that 16, APC has never really contested a free and fair election. They are constantly suppressing votes. When I contested for Senate, 4 local governments out of the 10 were held back. There were all sorts of manipulations, rigging, intimidation. We saw what happened in Okota, where APC agents and thugs and people went and snatched ballot boxes and burnt it in front of people, right? There's so much intimidation. I mean, if they have such a stronghold, yes, you can say they hold onto the state, they've held onto the state, but it's not a reflection of the people's desires or dreams, right? And the people matter. And people are rising now to say that they matter and they want their voice to be heard. And also you have a situation where the electioneering system, BVAS, has deepened democracy significantly, right? It's now created a situation where you can no longer hold back local governments the way they did during my election. So I believe that, you know, there's time and season in everything. There's God's hand in everything as well. And it's time for the people. I think Nigeria will only move forward when we have servant leaders. We've had enough rulers that come in, they buy their way in, they share money. We don't care how they accumulated this money or how they got the money that they put in the bullion vans. It's just they have money, they have boys. So there's a new class of voters that are saying that these things matter and they want to have a say, and they are coming to the polling to have a say. So I'm very hopeful for these next elections.